The Perfect Murder by Stacy Aumonier. One evening in November, two brothers were seated at a little cafe in the Rue de Roquette, discussing murders. The evening papers lay in front of them, and they all contained a lurid account of a shocking affair at the Landes district, where a charcoal burner had killed his wife and two children with a hatchet. From discussing this murder in particular, they went on to discussing murder in general. I've never yet read a murder case without being impressed by the extraordinary clumsiness of it, remarked Paul, the younger brother. Here's this fellow murders his victims with his own hatchet, leaves his hat behind in the shed, and arrives at a village hard by with blood on his boots. They lose their heads, said Henri the elder. In cases like this, they are mentally unbalanced, hardly responsible for their actions. Yes, replied Paul, but what impresses me is what a lot of murders must be done by people who take trouble, who leave not a trace behind. Henri shrugged his shoulders. I shouldn't think it was so easy, old boy. There's always something that crops up. Nonsense. I'll guarantee there are thousands done every year. If you are living with anyone, for instance, it must be the easiest thing in the world to murder them. How? Oh, by some kind of accident. And then you go screaming into the street, "Oh, my poor wife, help!" You burst into tears and everyone consoles you. I read of a woman somewhere who murdered her husband by leaving the window near the bed open at night when he was suffering from pneumonia. Who's going to suspect a case like that? Instead of that, people must always select revolvers or knives, or go and buy poison at the chemist's across the way. It sounds as though you were contemplating a murder yourself, laughed Henri. Well, you never know, answered Paul. Circumstances might arise when a murder would be the only way out of a difficulty. If ever my time comes, I shall take a lot of trouble about it. I promise you I shall leave no trace behind. As Henri glanced at his brother making this remark, he was struck by the fact that there was indeed nothing irreconcilable between the idea of a murder and the idea of Paul doing it. He was a big, saturnine-looking gentleman, with a sallow, dissolute face, framed in a black square beard, and swathes of untidy grey hair. His profession was that of a traveller in cheap jewellery, and his business dealings were not always of the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?